It's Kelly back with a surprise Friday Live. Not that Friday Lives are a surprise, but I wasn't supposed to be home tonight. So that's why it's a surprise Friday Live. Just going to take a minute to there we go, to get the stream up on my tablet so that I can talk to you guys. So, tonight I'm going to dig into my September Best of Both Worlds kit. Yeah, dig it. And by the way, it is, more than halfway through October, right? But I didn't buy things for the kit, or if I did, it was minor. It was some, I think it might have been some Vicky Booten color story papers, but I would have bought those anyway. But I didn't really buy stuff for the kit. I took some of those papers, and I don't even remember which one Shamel had done, but like something like this, and did some color, pull my kit off of that, or like a paper like this. I know this, something similar to this she had in her kit. So I'll look at what she has in her kit, and then I'll mirror mine according to that, as close as I can get it within reason, right? Because I can't always get it completely close. So anyway, I have done maybe 1 or 2 layouts from this kit, and I've just been really bad about scrapbooking from the kits lately. I also have August left, but August is really basically B-sides, so that'll be an easy one to pull apart when I decide to do that. I think I'm going to leave it together for a little bit because I want to scrapbook out of that a little bit more. Anyway, so what I did is I pulled some papers from that kit as I just kind of looked through the paper, and then grabbed some photos that I thought might work from it. So I should actually do it this way. I saw this paper, and I knew I had this picture of my boyfriend pumping gas for me. I was driving, we were going somewhere, and he pumped my gas for me, and I was like, what? I've been married, and husband did not do that. So anyway, he just said, you stay in the car. I think it was sprinkling a little bit, and he said, you stay in the car and stay beautiful. Seriously. And I remembered I had, anyway, so this is kind of an orangey red, so I remembered I had this paper, and then I wanted to bring in some patterns, so I grabbed this paper, and then some color to brighten both of those up, so I grabbed this one. So I'm not exactly sure how this will go, but I think this is the one I'm going to start out with tonight, and I'll just show you what the rest of them look like as I'm doing things. So then I have this paper from Vicky Booten Color Story. It's the inspired paper, and I love this photo with this because I love all like the colors and the flowers here, and they're echoed in this piece of paper. So maybe I'll do this one later. We'll see. Then I pulled this photo to go with this paper, and I think this way. And then I thought I might get a little contrast with it and do this, and this is a Shamel paper, so we'll do those two together. I could also use this paper to back this one, and then I pulled this photo of me eating a cotton candy ice cream cone, which is pink. I was wearing pink, so it was kind of cute and kind of funny, and then that can go with that too. And then last but not least, just this piece of paper to use as cut aparts and that kind of stuff. So if I have time, I might do another one of these, but I'm going to start with that photo of my boyfriend and I first, and we'll go from there. I do like this Hey Honey card here, and there's a little purple and pink in here, which doesn't appear in here, but I like the Hey Honey, so I think I'm just going to cut that off and then start with that as a journaling card. That comes from the Color Story, Vicky Booten Color Story collection paper, and now this would be cute too. you know, or yes, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, but that's where I think I'm going to start the layout tonight. I do have die cuts from Vicki Boutin and 2 different things from Paige Evans in case I feel like adding some of that kind of stuff in. I've got some sticker books from Amy Tangerine, a bunch of enamel dots. I grabbed some Vicki Boutin stickers. This one actually may not match this so well, but some of the other layouts it would. Although this Love Beyond Words would be awesome on this, so I'm going to leave that here. Some of these little rosettes. Just trying to think if there's, you know, there's other stuff in here, like All Good Love, this. So lots of fun stuff here, but I do like the Love Beyond Words. That would be nice to use with this. So I'm just going to start there, and then we'll kind of see what happens. I have this like scrap piece of scrap stickers here. The us would be cute. So anyway, let's start with that, and we'll kind of see what happens. I have some Vicki Boutin journaling cards too as well, but I probably won't use those. Okay, so I have my kit sitting next to me. If you've not seen this before, I keep them in these storage keepers that you can get at like the big craft supply stores. Art Bins makes them. I think Michael's has, I think I have some Michael's ones. I have some Hobby Lobby ones. So anyway, I have 3 of them. One for my Christmas supplies and one for my regular kits. Okay, so I'm thinking I really want that paper to feature importantly on the layout, and I do love this paper. This would be great for backing this because of the direction he's looking. The other thing I'm aware of is this is a squiggly line and so is this, but this is smaller. So I was thinking of turning this, but I don't want to do that because it'll fight that one. So I think I'll make them both go in the same directions and just grab my ATG there. So I'm going to probably title this Best Boyfriend Ever. And he does all sorts of really sweet things. That was just one of the sweet things he did. As a matter of fact, last weekend we were out on an adventure chasing fall color in our area. And I realized that there was a scrapbook store that I had heard of in that town that we were, kind of big town that we were going to go to. And I said, oh, hey, there's a scrapbook store in that town. And he said, well, you should go then. I was like, what? He said, yeah, you should go. So unfortunately, when we got there, it had closed 9 months before. So that was sad. I looked it up to make sure it was still out there. And there had been some recent more recent postings about it. But I think the newest one was like 11 months. Okay, so toying with what to do here. Do I want to do like a half and half? Maybe? I was thinking I would maybe back this, but I do that all the time. So he's facing that direction. So I don't want him over here because he's looking off the layout then. If I do a portion of this, I want him to the right side of the layout here. So I could do like this or like that. I don't love this sitting on that much though. And I really like, I'm kind of thinking maybe half and half. And just have him sitting, but maybe some of that depends on what I have going on here, right? So there's this piece that I want to get here as well. Lots of dots going on here. The other thing I could do is no, I was going to say I could do like a up and down thing there. I'm just doing this to try to get a play of how big to go. I almost feel like if I do this, I need to get some tape or something in there. maybe that's what we do, like this. And then that Love Beyond Words could maybe come across the bottom here and it will feel more shelf-like. So I'm just going to take a chunk of this. I want to see how much here, but I want to do it from the bottom. So I have about 7 3/4 here. As I'm measuring, trying to figure out what the best way to do this is. Okay. I was just looking too. I do have border strips. I should look and see if any of those will work. Yeah. This will be opposite of what I kind of do. Normally I would do a thin, mount the photo on the thinner part here, and then this just kind of sits out there, but I'm doing it just a little bit different. I haven't seen Chamel's layout live today, and she's the one who does that 1/3, 2/3 thing all the time. I haven't seen her live today, but I saw a layout that somebody made based on it, and she did my favorite 1/3, 2/3, which is a paper up here and then another paper down here, and you use like a busy paper down here, and if you ground your photo up here, it does a really cool job of kind of neutralizing this paper or helping relieve how busy it is, because we talked about busy papers. I think that was last week, if I remember correctly. So, and I actually just did a little warm up and did a layout while I was watching the news tonight in my scrap room, and I did a layout similar to that where the top was one paper and then the bottom was that. So anyway, all right. We need a little ink on that, don't we? I won't ink this edge because I think that's going to stay like it is. And we jokingly, we don't call each other honey. That's not our term of endearment for each other, but we will jokingly say it to each other every so often when we text, and then we add a little bee or honey pot or something. So it's that's also kind of an inside joke with the two of us. So that now is not an inside joke, because now 7 or 8 of my best friends, scrapbooky friends, know about it too. Okay. I'm just going to see like if I think this will work, or if this thing is going to need to go somewhere else. Actually, I think I like how that's going to look. Okay, so that's a good plan. You know how I like to use the edge of my mat, and then I probably want some tape or something, so I'm going to look to see if I have anything light that I can just run down that, like a light aqua. And I'm sure I do, because I have a ton of aqua tapes. So I have some thin ones. Just in case you're new to my scrappy world, this is how I store my tape. It came from Michael's. It's a washi tape holder specifically. Wait for a 50% off sale and then get it. So I have a couple different candidates here. I'm just gonna set this aside, and it's really nice. By the way, under those 2 trays are 2 more trays. I'll just throw myself out there. That's kind of nice. That's really thick, though. I don't know if I want it that thick. It's a good match for the piece there. And for some reason I want to use that blue. I think the yellow would be too bright. I think the red would call too much attention to itself. Let's see. Okay, so there's that. I can always double this one up too. I've done that before. I almost kind of like that one. And then I also have the option of this thin one, which I think was what I was thinking about doing. So I'll pop this on here and see. I think I really like the thin one the best as I'm looking at this, because I think it does the job of separating the two papers without calling too much attention to itself. Sometimes I really like the contrast as another pattern, the washi tape to do that, but other times I like it like this, where it's just a little detail in this particular case to separate the two papers. Sometimes when I do this, when I join papers like this, it just feels like it's too abrupt. So you can use another strip of paper, you can use a border sticker, washi tape, ribbon. Ribbon was what I used to do back in the day. I still own ribbon, but do I use that for, no, I do not. Okay. So I'm liking that so far. And I think I just need to commit to this. Oops. Just want to make sure that I get it. And I'm going to put a slight, actually I was going to say I'm going to put a slight angle on that, but I think if I do, I'll do it on this journaling card. I need this to stay straight. So just a slight angle here. Okay, that looks good to me. So I said it was a surprise. I was supposed to have my granddaughter overnight tonight, but I've got a cat that's sick. She's been having some problems for a little bit over a month. And the vet and I talked on yesterday, changed some medication, but told me, keep her calm, isolate her at night. Well, having a 3-year-old running around yelling and screaming, and even just, we were going to craft together is not going to help. So I'm taking her to a crafty workshop place tomorrow. We're still going to have a day and out for lunch. Probably I'm going to pick her up in the morning before her brother's soccer game so that she doesn't have to go to them. Probably a little milk and something else somewhere. So anyway, I think we'll still have a good day. And then I have plans for another day in November or December. Just, there's a banner here. Since the color works, I thought, do I want to add this in? What I think I would do is just cut it so that the strings were here. Yeah, I think that works. I have such a hard time using banners. If I like it at all, I like to use them. I don't know what it is about banners that I find hard to use, but I do. This one. There. And then I'll find some way to add some embellishment or something up there. Okay, so we have that down. Let's see. I've got a love this sticker up here. So that might be good. Oh, here's a thoughtful sticker. That's even better. So pop that on there. Oh, good. Here's the love this. I'm going to leave that off for a second because I've got a lot of words on here already. And I do want to do Best Boyfriend Ever as the title. Up here, maybe. We'll see. Let's see what I have in other stickers or chipboard that I might be able to use. I'm not above using flowers on a layout, but maybe not this one. There's one that says you are some kind of wonderful. So the thoughtful could maybe go there. That's, you know what, that is true. I'll do lots of layouts about him. So that feels like a lot of words to me. Too many words. I do have arrows here. They have some gold on them, but I could always sprinkle in some gold if I wanted to. Like I could do that. I think the gold is a little bit too formal for this. It's this paper that's throwing me if I do gold. Okay, so there's that. Let's look and see if there's anything in these Vicky Boutin storyteller pieces. These things are huge. Lots of words. And it truly is storyteller. I'm not sure it's kind of nature inspired with feathers and flowers. The stuff that I have anyway. Here. Some vellum and big pieces. And then this is another collection of hers that I have. Laugh. I'm looking for something. See, like there's a heart, but it's a different style. This XOXO could probably work though. So that looks good. I'll figure out how to incorporate that in somewhere. And then I put in some old Jenny Bolin cards because they seem to like fit with this. Okay. So I've gone through that. Let's see. This Paige Evans pick-me-up stuff is kind of a same color. Now this one does have a little bit of gold on it. I can always cut that off though if I want to, or I can leave it. Here's a little blue one. This is kind of mustardy though, not yellow, right? So that probably doesn't work as well. I'm trying to figure out where we could like pop that. That gold tab throws me a little bit, but that could be a little cluster down there. Maybe, I think I need something up in here too. I tend to like to put a little something up in that banner. Sometimes it is just things like hearts or enamel dots, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of gold on this, which I don't know that I'm loving. Oh, there's a little piece here that says love it though, in that kind of reddy orange color that I have going. So I think we'll bring that out. This heart is kind of sweet and is in a lot of those colors. So maybe that somewhere. Okay, let's see what we can do with those pieces. There's a lot of words on here. I did throw this little tab up there. I'm feeling like I need different texture maybe, which tells me hearts or stars or something. Oh, maybe this could go in here. Here we go. I'm going to just tip that upside down. That gives this more of a Like the heart's not just hanging out there, it has something that it's hanging off of. Okay, so that's good. Oh, except these need to be inked. And I think to make my life easy, I'll just cut that little gold thing off because it's getting caught on the underside of this. So I'm just clustering and just using, not even using the same collection here, which is one of the things I like about the stash curating that best of both worlds kit, is that you can just pull things from your own stash that work. And like things that I might not think go together if I just look at it sheerly from like color viewpoints, which is what I did with this. I knew it worked with some of the colors that I had. You can pull in like things that you would probably never have thought would work together. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Like I could put a little date up here or something, which is probably what I'll do, because just to, what am I thinking? Just because there's that white piece there. And now thinking, I like the XOXO, but I feel like it stops. This probably could have come over a little bit. Maybe I think it's really stuck down to the photo. It's not stuck down to the paper, but it's very stuck down to the photo. Let's see if I can do this without wrecking the sticker. And the photo. Nope. It's not going to come off because it's pulling on that. Oh, look at that. I'm going to put that in there. As I said, I'm like, oh, there's a color. It's still a lot of words right there, but oh well. The love it works. And then I can bring in something else there. Still feeling like I need a piece here. And not this piece. I think it's something I need to kind of help back that. Maybe I have this other page Evans. This is Turn the Page. And again, the colors are really similar. See, the colors here are really similar. I'm just not going to probably do a... Here's a really nice heart. Solid color heart would be good. A rabbit. Probably not. A snail. There's some of those random embellishments that... Morning sunshine. It was morning. Coffee cups, a paper airplane. Just looking for something kind of solid here. Not solid enough, I think. Let's see. Do I have any more? Now, I do, I think, have a sticker book from this collection. Here's a star. Feels like too much color, though. I want solid. I'm not getting solid right now, am I, though? Let's see. Do I have... I think the sticker book is tucked in my... Or maybe not. I was going to say, I think it's tucked in my... Got my Dear Lizzie sticker book, but those are pretty... Well, I was going to say they're pretty small, but maybe not. So these are the hashtag sticker books that, you know, have tens of thousands of stickers in, and you keep using them, and it feels like they never go down. But I guess that's a good thing, right? That's a lot of value, and I think a lot of these, like I paid $6.99 for this one because I bought it at Tuesday morning. So I need, oh, here's a color that could work. Be better if it was in a circle or something. It's almost this color. But if I did like the navy, it might work. So that's a possibility. There's some green, some pink. Here's one that says little things. That's really sweet, but this isn't really a little thing. It's actually a big thing. So just keep looking. There's a navy sticker with stars. See, they have a lot of, she has a lot of these little calendar pieces. Just look at that. That could ground it. This was a, Hey, Harmony. All right. Can somebody do me a really big favor? Because they have, I love to use these day stickers. Could somebody look up July or June 26th and tell me? Oh, I know what it is. It would be a Saturday. Never mind. I know that because we always do stuff on Saturdays. So we'll put this one up in here somewhere. So, hey, Susan. Hi. Since you're saying hello too. My voice broke. I think I just went through puberty. Okay, this one's kind of nice because it's a... Oh, the one thing about these stickers is you have to be careful because they like to stick really well. Now I could cut this off a little too so that I could create a little cluster there. So this is a good one. I'm still going to look to see if I can find a circle that works, but so far that's the best one. I don't think the circles are big enough. I could punch, well actually it'd be hard to punch because this is, they're sticky. So thank you for Saturday. That's wonderful. I have my phone recording and I'm watching my iPad and I don't have a calendar in my scrapbook room. So thanks guys, or thanks Susan. I think I've done that before with you guys where I've been like, wait, somebody help me. This is a cute piece too. Like for some extra, be careful here now. That has flowers on it too. Again, I'm not above using flowers. Let's see. Saturday's blue here too. This one says Saturday, which I think is nice, but okay guys, I think this is it. I can stop fooling around. I think we found it. This could be this little yellow washi. Oh, that's really yellow though. It's gold. It's more gold. Looked okay until I put it right up against it, and that actually does not work. I can grab Paige's sticker book maybe and look and see. Okay, so now I want to guess about how much I want to take off of this. I'm thinking just to the second line here. Okay, so I'll... Ooh, that was loud. I know... Oh, inking. I didn't ink that Love It piece. I'll have to come back and do that. The stickers aren't inked, just because they'll just come off all around my fingers and that kind of stuff, but everything else is. Maybe I need to take it down one more. Yeah. One more. Yeah, that'll sit right there. It's another one of those make the stickers and die cuts work for you. I always had such a hard time doing that, cutting them up, and I don't know. I started watching people doing it and thought, well, yeah, that makes total sense, because otherwise they just sit in the hashtag sticker book. funny, this gas station, so this is only June, that gas station is now gone because they're going to put something else in eventually, I've heard. Okay, I can see Paige's sticker book because I have my August kit right behind me. Let me see if this is not really a yellow. Let's see if the washi, the washi won't work in this one. Okay. And I could pop a little piece of washi there, but I think I'm going to leave it as it is. And then maybe what I'm thinking is grabbing my LA Studio hearts. And then if I was going to think about popping this up, but I don't think I need to do that because I'll use the hearts as a piece that for color. That's going to create a gap right there. No trapped white space. Oh, and since I have this in my hand, by the way, the only reason I know that we do things on Saturday is Fridays are out because boyfriend is a huge golfer and he loves it, and I totally support that if he loves it. And during the summer, he golfs on Fridays, so I knew it wasn't a Friday, and I knew this was it was a weekend day. I was not being a savant knowing what calendar days were. Okay, so a little one there. Let's bring this over to the next one. And look at this, you guys. I'm going to actually use a banner on a layout. Yay. That's one of Kelly's kryptonite scrapbooking things. Okay. All right, loving the way this looks and how it's kind of coming together, just with all sorts of, so Shamel, Simple Stories, Vicki Boutin, Paige Evans, Hobby Lobby, Shamel, Vicki Boutin, Paige Evans, Hobby Lobby, Simple Stories, at least, oh, and LA Studio. So 6 different scrapbook manufacturers on here. Just showing that, yep, you can. Oh, look at what I have here. Some king size enamel dots. Wonder if I can make any of these work. I have such a hard time with these. These are from Bella Boulevard. I don't know why they made these things so big. That they're going to take up, I think they're going to make the hearts look kind of funny. Anyway, I don't know why they made those. I mean, look at how big those things are. It's as big as my thumbnail. It actually is probably bigger than my thumbnail. Okay. So you guys, I don't want to make you all leave right now, but just so you know, the first Hallmark Christmas movie is on tonight. So I'm actually recording it, if that's your thing. I think we'll just add some of these in. I was imagining like scattering. Oh, here we go. I can do some smaller ones. Actually, I don't like that. I think I do need enamel dots. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, I never know what happens, especially when I use a color like this that's not in my favorite color palette. You don't see me use a lot of orange. I did around the time that my dad died, and I was scrapbooking pictures from that time, not of him or his journey. He had leukemia, And so orange, like pink is breast cancer, orange is leukemia. So I was using orange a lot more then, but it's not my favorite color. Nothing against it. It's a beautiful color. It's just, I find it hard to use. Except in the fall. Okay, I'm looking for some aqua enamel dots that I can use. And I might have to go to my sheet of all to new ones, which is what I'm going to do. There we go. Okay, this is the first, this seashore color is the first sheet of these I ever got, and they don't make them anymore. Otherwise, trust me, I would have more. Maybe if I do 3, I can put that there, and then I can bounce them around a little bit. So anyway, pour orange. Susan says that her husband is not a fan of the Hallmark Christmas movies. Thankfully, they pay them stuff, and I can catch them another time. There you go. Oh, I was teasing my boyfriend last night. We went to get pedicures together, and then which a friend and her husband do it, and he had one before, so we started talking about it. So we do pedicures together. But anyway, I was teasing him when we were together last night and said, the Hallmark movies start tomorrow. Don't forget to watch. And he made some naughty, sassy comment. Okay. This one might be a little big, but we'll see. I think I can make it work. I'll grab a little one down here. Actually, what I could do is pop that onto the banner somewhere. And then we'll add another one down there on the banner. Okay. All right. So layout number 1 done from my Best of Both Worlds stash curated kit. So if you missed the start of this, I pulled out my kit and grabbed some pulled some papers that I liked and grabbed some photos that went with that. And that's how I came up with this paper. Oh, I need to do my alpha here, don't I? Or my title. That would require an alpha, though, I guess. I might make my life a little easy, and I'm just going to do this with these LA Studio letters. It's in the right color family. And they're small. Now, I'm not sure that I'm going to get Best Boyfriend Ever on this sheet, though. Okay. You can see I like this, right? So I think I've gone through one sheet already, and then I have many pieces of others. Okay. So I'll just do Best Boyfriend Ever. Maybe for using up V's and stuff like that. There we go. That R looks really little. No, I think it's because it's tucked under. There we go. That's better. It was tucked under. I'm like, how did I do that? They're all the same font. See, this is why I have so many sheets. I'm out of these. Now, that doesn't mean I can't make them with, make C's into them. Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to get boyfriend on here, but we're going to try. I can move things closer together if I need to. I'm trying to take them off of the sheet. I'm going to get these closer, you guys, because I'll never make this otherwise. I want it to be able to be read at least. Best can go up on top. I like my titles to land across something. So I did something today. I turned my heat on. It's been chilly. My house was 62 in my bedroom when I came home today, and I thought, that's getting cold. So turned the heat on. I succumbed. I try not to do it till November. Why is that? Those of you who live in cold climates, why is that a thing? But a lot of us do that where we have a date that we're like, I don't want to turn the heat on before that. But we had frost last night. We didn't have a hard freeze, but we had some frost on the ground. The first time I've seen it. That's just a weird thing. I'm sure there are, I'm sure they do that other places, but it seems kind of silly. If it's cold, it's cold. And I pay for my own heat, so it's not, I pay my own bills, so it's not like I have somebody saying you can't turn it up. Harmony says her house is a comfortable 75. She can't handle cold. Yeah, that would be a little warm for me, even in the winter. But you and I live in two different climates, Harmony, so I totally get that. I have a great story. I hope I didn't tell you guys this because I was telling it to somebody late, not that long ago. My sister and I went to visit my grandparents. This is years ago now, but we went down, I think, to help, would have been in the mid-2000s, to help my grandmother. My grandfather had Alzheimer's, and he was still at home. So we went down, and it was not summer, but it was so hot that that we were like dying in our bedroom, and we looked and the house was 80 degrees. She had the air on, but it was 80. And so the next day I told her that I was going to go grab a fan, asked her if she had a fan, and she didn't. I said, I'm going to go grab one. Menopause is tough, Grandma. I'm really hot all the time. And then we'll just leave it for other people, which was a lie because I was not having hot flashes at that point. And then we told my mom and aunt that it was there if they ever needed it, which they both appreciated. And then a couple of years ago, I called my mom Grandma because she wanted the house to be really hot. So Harmony says she's a flamingo in a penguin world. Funny. Okay. Maybe the best needs to go in the middle, though, of this photograph. Let me see what I think. These are easy enough to move around. And then let's see. Barb says that she turned hers on a few days ago because she refuses to be uncomfortable. Yeah, when my hands were so cold. I was sitting in my house with my hands sitting on my hands because they were cold. I thought, this is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, I like that better there so that it's in the center. Okay, that's fun. I'm still laughing at the flamingo in a penguin world, by the way. So that's smart, Barb. You're actually the smart one here, and common sense, not being silly. Like I said, I don't understand why we do it. So anyway. And Harmony says she could handle it 80 degrees if the air is moving. I think that was part of the thing at my grandmother's. We actually, the night before, I went and bought the fan. We actually opened the windows because it was cooler outside than it was in the house. Or at least there was air moving, one of the two. Okay, so there's layout number 1. So then layout number 2, I have choices here. So I can do this photo with the ice cream cone, and I think I'm going to use this pink paper to back it. I can do my sushi one, or I can do this one with the florals. And I'm thinking I want to do the floral layout. just because, I don't know. I think it'll be fun to use some florals. How about that? That's why I'm thinking that. And then I have these 2 other ones in case you missed it, that I can keep scrapping with. Which means that they just fell, because you know me, I like to throw stuff all over the floor. Which means you'll probably see them eventually. Hey, and Harmony, since you're actually on here, thanks for that heads up. Harmony told me that the music is covering the end and beginning of my talking. I'm not sure what's going on. I still haven't figured it out, but I know how to cure it, which is just start the music a little bit later or earlier, as the case may be. So I'll do that at the very least if I can't figure out what's going on. Okay, so then this is Vicki Boutin. So thanks, Harmony. That's why I started that anyway. This is Vicki Boutin Color Story Inspired. I think I'll use that as my oh my goodness, what am I? My mat for my photo. And then I do have some other Vicki Boutin papers. You know, and hers is like everybody else's, that they all go together. So those are full pieces. Maybe I can use some of these scraps that I have here. Yeah, definitely the pink paper as the matte paper. So this is just a trip to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is about a half an hour away from me, in the metro area that I live outside of. And I don't get there all that often, but I'm trying to think what I had something to do. Oh, I had a massage across the street from Trader Joe's. Because, yeah, it helps me get those. It helps me to get those, too. So, anyway, since I was young, I thought, oh, I'll go to Trader Joe's, which is awesome. And I just don't get there that often, so it's fun. Okay. So we've got that one. I definitely like the idea of this as well. And then that would be nice to ground everything here. So I'm quite sure I'm going to just start cutting. And actually, if I thought about it, I could have been cutting it by more like by hand. Oh, that's a great question. So Harmony asked if as a and yes, Harmony, I did want to know. Yeah, exactly. No, that's fine. It was taken in the spirit that you intended it, just so you know. So as Harmony just asked, if as a massage therapist, if I critique other therapists while I'm getting massage, and the answer to that is no. I'm a firm believer in that if I do that, or if I start to compare their technique to the way I practice, that how do I say this? That I'm asking them to give me my massage, not their massage, if that makes any sense. Because I always tell my clients there are as many different techniques as there are therapists in this world, and you have to find the right one for you. So now, if I was in a student clinic and asking to critique, the answer to that would be yeah. Would I do it? Sure, because that's why I'm there. But otherwise, I really just let it go and try to do that. And the other thing is so normally I trade with other therapists. So I have people that I know are working on me, and they tend to be friends or fellow professionals that I know something about their techniques already. In this particular case, my therapist had to cancel very last minute because of something that came up, and I needed a massage. I've got plantar fasciitis, which is really fun, and so I needed somebody to work on me. So I went to not a massage envy, but something that's a little bit more therapeutic than that. That's a chain in Wisconsin. And I had almost a brand new, pretty darn close to brand new therapist working on me. And, you know, I was honest with her. I told her I was a therapist because, you know, she's going to work on my arms and stuff like that. And I want her to work on my arms and pecs and stuff, which I use a lot as a therapist. So I think she got a little intimidated, and then I told her what I just told you guys about. I don't want you to do my massage. I want you to do your massage. So yeah. My other problem, though, really, it's not so much do I let go, it's do I shut up, because a lot of times I'm being worked on by people I know. You know, I just switched to a new therapist, not because I didn't like my old one, but she's a really close friend of mine I went to school with, and she's retiring. Her husband's retiring, so she's retiring. And because they're going to travel. So she and I would catch up with each other, and I would talk the whole time. So sometimes it's not a bad thing for me to actually pay for a massage, because then I don't know the therapist and I don't talk as much. Okay. Oh, like in that. I don't have a lot to say about this either, really, because it's my Trader Joe's groceries. And you'll notice box of wine, bottle of wine, cookies. But there's also lots of good stuff. There is a flatbread in here, but there's salads in here. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun to be there. I hadn't been there in an age. And I have to remember to just go every so often. So anyway, hopefully that answered your, you know, long-winded, but that answered your question, Harmony. So again, looking at color, and remember what I said about wanting to use florals? Look at, I went right to the florals. Okay. I do have another massage coming up. I try to have a massage. I do a technique called cranial sacral work, which is not massage, but is really helpful for lots of things, especially if you have headaches. And I have a cranial sacral therapist as well, so I try to get, if I can't get them both in a month, one or the other, just to keep myself in shape, because sadly, post-pandemic, a lot of us didn't get our own body work done for a while. And it wasn't good for any of us being massage therapists. Here's that rabbit again. Can't use him, though. I was going to say, do I like the magical? It was kind of magical. Felt like it was magical being there. So that works. That's sometimes why I like doing this, just going through them being the die cuts, stickers, whatever. Just going to see if there's anything else that works here. Oops, here's another heart. Not loving it there, but maybe over here somewhere. Hearts, arrows, stars. We'll put all the things on here. Okay. Okay, liking that. Getting a little pattern up there. Do we have another one? So I have a hard time using frames. Certainly to put pictures in, because I pre-print pictures and I print them at that size, and it's, you know, never the right size then. But for stuff like this, it's awesome. This might be too similar, because basically this is a print of those flowers there.